Hi guys, I'm Emily and welcome to Scribbles from Emily. Today I've got an IKEA hack to show you of how I created this mid-century modern dresser out of IKEA dressers. So on my channel I talk about motherhood, home stuff, and lifestyle. So if you're interested in that, be sure to subscribe. And meanwhile, let's get back to how we made this dresser. So I've been looking for a mid-century modern dresser for our living room to go underneath our TV for some time. And I love the look of this Blythe dresser from Joybird, but I wasn't about to pay that much money for a dresser. I found this one, which is an original mid-century modern one, for sale on Facebook, and it was only $300, I believe. But that was still more than I wanted to pay right now. So I went ahead and bought 3 of the Rast dressers from IKEA. They're the pine, unfinished pine dressers. They're about $40 each. So I bought 3 of those, and then with Edison's help, we put them together. So in addition to the dressers, you will need some wood stain, some polyurethane finish. I used the spray-on finish and it worked fantastically. I also bought some wood conditioner, but as I'll explain later, you may or may not need this. You'll also need these mid-century modern wood legs from Amazon that I'll link below, and then some L brackets for securing your dresser to the wall. And of course you'll need some white paint if you choose to go that route, and some gold paint for the knobs of the dresser. After your dresser is assembled, you can use some painter's tape to make these little tabs on the drawers. That will make it a lot easier to open them before you have the knobs on. So our next step is going to be painting and staining. So I unassembled the drawers, took them all back out. Each drawer has little drawer stops inside that keeps them from being pulled all the way out. And next we will start with some conditioner. So the conditioner instructions say to sand before you use this. I actually skipped it because I am the laziest DIYer out there, and so I didn't want to mess with that. And in fact, I did the wood conditioner on about half of the drawers, and then I forgot on some of the other ones, and you really cannot tell which ones have been conditioned and which ones haven't. If you choose to use conditioner, you just wipe it on with a paintbrush and then wipe off the excess with a clean cloth, like I'm doing here. I was going to buy some gold hardware for the dresser, but I decided instead to just use the cheap IKEA knobs that came with it and paint them gold, and I think they turned out pretty well. So now we need to start the wood stain. I'm using walnut, and I had to cut down my foam brush to fit in the cans. This is my first time doing any wood staining, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but you really just wipe it on in a nice even layer. This is the satisfying part. You just wipe off that stain with a cloth, and you'll see the beautiful wood grain. I love how this walnut color turned out. So next we are going to apply our spray finish. So I'm just wiping these off real quick to make sure there's no dust or dirt on them that will get stuck in your finish. to 10 inches away from the surface. Multiple thin coats are better than a thick coat. You don't want to get any drips or puddles on there. While those are drying, I'm going to go ahead and start painting the frame for the dresser. So I'm just using some leftover white paint that we used on our walls. This is Chantilly Lace by Benjamin Moore paint in a satin finish. So it will have kind of a matte appearance when I'm done with it. So I painted these boxes and then realized the sides are going to be put together, so you're not actually going to see the side of it, but it's fine. It started raining on my drawers, so I had to rush out and get them back inside. Our next step is attaching the dressers together. So we've got them clamped here, and we're going to be using these special nuts. They're called T-nuts, and they rip into the wood, and then some bolts. We used 1.5 inches, and that seemed to be about the right length. We put 2 bolts in the bottom, 2 in the middle, and 2 at the top. You can see that the bolts stick out a little bit, but we would rather too long than too short. So here we're just marking with a drawer in place where our bolts need to go, so we make sure that the part that sticks out isn't going to interfere with how the drawers function. And here's all of our finished bolts in place. Now Brian is attaching this piece of plywood to the bottom. This will be the base that we'll attach our Mid-Century Modern legs into. So he's drilling 2 holes through the bottom, in the middle, and then 2 on each end for a total of 6 legs. And you can see this is how we attach the legs. We put the little black pieces that came with it on the inside of the dresser, screwed the leg in through the bottom. And there is our base all set up and ready to go. There's another view of how we attach the legs. Here we're using L brackets to attach the dresser to the wall. Since we have a TV on it, we want to make sure it's very secure. So the TV's attached and the dresser's attached to the wall. And now we can put the drawers back in. I really love how we were able to pull all the cords in behind, so we don't have any TV cords hanging down below the dresser. I was unfortunately missing one track for this last drawer from IKEA, so I still need to go to IKEA and get that from them. And then as the final step, I just painted the edge of this piece of plywood that we put on the bottom. And there we have it. This is our finished DIY Mid-Century Modern dresser. And I absolutely love how it turned out. Is about the perfect size for storing DVDs. So we've got our DVDs in the top 3 here, and then the kids' toys in the lower ones. It's great to be able to stash those away, but still have them handy for pulling out to play with. So let me know what you thought. If you like this DIY, be sure to subscribe for more home-related DIY tutorials in the future. Be sure to give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching.